Welcome everyone to another hangout, another chance for us to hang out together. And today we're going to be thinking about, well, can you hear something? No. Oh, hang on. Ah, I think we've got sheep in the place. That's weird, isn't it? People say that sheep are really silly, but I'm not sure if they are as silly as we think, because scientists, clever people, scientists, and hopefully some of you will become scientists in years to come, but scientists have discovered that sheep are not that silly. They say that scientists are almost, well, about as clever as a cow and almost as clever as a pig. Imagine being described as almost as clever as a pig. But they do have good memories. Apparently sheep can recognise and remember 50 other sheep. I wonder if they give them names. Oh, here comes Fluffy, here comes Woolly, here comes Lammy, here comes Cloudy, here comes... I don't know, what other names would you give sheep if you had to name 50 different sheep? I don't know. But today's story is about 100 sheep. So I want today, as our active, let's get active time, is to think how long it would take you to do 100 steps. So you're going to have to count them. You might want to just count how many times your right leg hits the ground and multiply by 2. I don't know, but count how long it takes to do 100 steps and see if you can run and do 100 steps and get back here before the 53 seconds are up. Are you ready? Steady, go! I think I did it. So, should we have this story about sheep? Come on then, let's have a look. What sort of animals does this man have? Rabbits? No, he doesn't have rabbits. Giraffes? Well, he might have giraffes, but they don't get a mention in this story. Sheep. Yes, he has sheep. 100 sheep, including Cecil. One day, Cecil was daydreaming. Boring. All I do is hang around with sheep, eat grass, wander down to the river for a bit of drink, and eat more grass. Maybe I could run away and get a bike or join a band. Cecil looked right. Cecil looked left. He jumped over his rock and hid. From behind the rock, he snuck behind the tree. And from behind the tree, he ran over the hills to the mountains. Yes, the mountains! He reached the mountains and discovered they were high and steep. Cecil was not deterred. He began climbing higher and higher, and it got steeper and steeper and steeper. He climbed and climbed until he couldn't climb up and he couldn't climb down. Cecil was stuck. He sat on the edge of the ledge and started thinking, I could shout for help, but what will happen if the shepherd finds me? He might whack me with a big stick. Crack! Then grab me by the leg and drag me home. Bump, 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 bump. And tie me to a tree without any dinner. Back home, the shepherd was counting his sheep. 1, Terry. 2, Kevin. 3, Bronwyn. 4, Lucinda. 96, Meredith. 97, the other Meredith. 98, Amir. 99, Amelie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 96, 97, 98, 99. Cecil is missing. The shepherd ran to the rock and found hoof prints leading behind the tree. He ran behind the tree and found hoof prints leading over the hills to the mountains. Yes, the mountains! The mountains were high and steep. The shepherd climbed higher and higher, and it got steeper and steeper. When he thought he couldn't climb any further and wasn't sure if he could climb back down, he heard a noise. Ma! Cecil was saved. What did the shepherd do? Did he whack Cecil with his stick? No. Did he grab Cecil by the leg and drag him down the mountain? No. He was so glad that he had found his lost sheep that he put Cecil on his shoulders and carried him home. When they got home, did the shepherd tie Cecil to a tree without any dinner? No. Instead, he threw a huge party and everyone stayed up way past their bedtime. Cecil, the lost sheep, had been found. I love that story. And I love those games, you know, where you have to try and remember something. One thing gets taken away and you have to remember what it is. I think it's called Kim's game. Often what people do is they get a tray like this, they get a tray and they put a whole load of objects on the tray, and then they, with everyone else turns away, they take one bit away, and then everyone else turns around and has to try and remember or work out which bit, which piece, which thing has been taken away. What we want you to do today, in the challenge today, is to get a tray, put lots of different things on it, and then take a photo and put it on the Children's, Youth and Family group page on Facebook. Take a picture of all the objects and then later on post a picture with one object missing, and we'll see if we can work it out which one's missing. When you're playing the game today, you can play it in two ways. You can play it the sheep way, because they're not as clever, which is where if you take one thing away, you leave all the other things exactly where they were. But you could play it the pig way, which is where you take something away and then you mix up all the items on the tray, and the other people have to try and remember which one is missing. As I say, that's for clever things, clever people, like pigs. But you might want to start off with the sheep version. So put some pictures on the Facebook page, and we'll see you tonight, live at 5. Are you going to go? Those sheep are still here. See you later, Rob.